If you think bread baking at home is difficult, stick to this video and you will see how easy this can be. This recipe is of garlic knots which turn out super soft, very delicious, and your family will love them if you make them at home. In this video, we share a lot of tips and techniques of doing bread baking in a home kitchen. In a cup, take 100 ml of milk which is lukewarm. To that, add a pinch of sugar and 1.5 teaspoon of instant dry yeast. Stir it once and let it rest for 4 to 5 minutes on your kitchen counter. When you see these tiny bubbles on the surface, that means your yeast is activated, and add 2 cups of flour to a bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Make space in the center and pour the activated yeast milk mix into it. I have taken 100 ml of water and I'll be adding this water gradually to the flour. Because every flour has a different absorbing power, we never add all the liquid to the flour when we knead dough for bread at home. Add it gradually and see how much more is required. You can see I'm adding a little more water now but haven't used all of 100 ml. You can use a fork to mix the liquid to the flour, or you use your hands to bring the dough together. This is very similar to doing a roti dough at home, where we bring all the dry particles in the bowl using the rough dough in hand. I believe kneading on a kitchen slab is better than kneading in a bowl. So I transfer this rough dough to my kitchen counter and I'll start to knead it till I get smooth elastic dough ball. Initially the dough will be sticky and wet and you might have an urge to add some dry flour to it. But do not add any more flour and keep kneading. The texture will improve slowly and the dough won't be so sticky after about 15 minutes of kneading time. I promise you that, so have patience with it. After about 5 minutes, leave the dough on the counter for 3-4 minutes and go ahead and clean your hands. This rest will help develop the gluten, and with clean hands you will find it easy to knead it further. Lift the dough, whack it on the counter and flip it over. Lift the dough, whack it on the counter and flip it over. Now I find this style of kneading very efficient and it helps in developing the gluten in the dough. Try to be quick in lifting and flipping of the dough and you will find that it doesn't stick to the counter anymore. If you let the dough sit, it will stick. If it sticks, use a bench scraper to release the dough from the counter and continue with lifting and flipping process. If you get tired of kneading, you can leave it for 3-4 minutes and restart the process till you get a soft, smooth dough ball. Add 5 grams of butter which is at room temperature and knead the dough again to incorporate the butter into the dough. Rub some butter on the inside of a large bowl. And place the kneaded dough in there. Cover it and let it sit for 1 hour until it doubles in size. As we're doing garlic knots, I have smashed 3-4 cloves of garlic and now I'm adding a big pinch of salt to it. Gather the minced garlic and add it to 10 grams of butter. Add 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. Mix it and keep it aside. See, the dough is risen so well. Unwrap it. Dust the counter with a little bit of flour and flip the resin dough onto the counter. Spread a thin layer of garlic butter on the top. And fold the dough into a small parcel. Use a rolling pin to roll out the dough into a thick sheet. And use a bench scraper to cut it into 8 even pieces. Take one piece at a time and bring the edges together to form it into a ball. Make sure that the top is smooth and the bottom is sealed very well. Once you roll out all the dough pieces into balls, let them rest for 5 minutes on your kitchen counter. Now we can move ahead with shaping. Take one ball at a time, dust a little flour on it, and roll it out with your hands into a thin log. Make a knot by bringing the edges together. Place all of these on a parchment-lined baking tray, cover it up and let it rise for an hour or more. Brush the resin garlic knots with little milk and bake for 25 minutes in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius. I'm adding greens of spring onion to that leftover garlic butter. And as my baked garlic knots will come out of the oven, I will brush them with this. These look gorgeous and my whole house has a beautiful aroma of garlic bread. Do try this recipe and write what you think in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe and press the like button. Bye bye, and I will see you very soon with the next recipe.